Wondering how is the Masai Mara Kenya Safari experience like? Follow us on our epic Masai Mara Safari adventure for a 3-day, 2-night authentic Kenyan safari experience to get a feel of how awesome it's going to be for you. Well, you haven't been to Kenya until you have been to their safari. Here's how our safari experience unfolded. Make sure to watch all the way until the end as we have a bonus gift for you, and you definitely don't want to miss that if you're going to Kenya. On day 1, pickup time was at 6 in the morning at our Airbnb. Our driver was actually 5 minutes early, so be sure to be ready on time as you don't want to be stuck in the morning traffic jam, especially in Nairobi. We got down at City Market, Nairobi and hopped on the van to Masai Mara. It was the same van we used for our safari. Once all the other passengers going for safari were here, we were set to go pick up a few others at 2 different pickup points. We left Nairobi at around 8:30 a.m. and reached Masai Mara at around 4 p.m. Along the way, we had a first stop at the Great Rift Valley viewpoint at around 10 a.m. where we could enjoy the breathtaking views and sceneries while of course taking some photos. There, you can also find a shop selling souvenirs and another one besides selling water and snacks. But just be aware that they sell at a higher price. Nevertheless, on the opposite side, you can find a local coffee shop selling tea, coffee, hot chocolate, milk, chapatis, mandazi at pretty decent prices. We had a great cup of coffee to go for 200 shillings, one delicious chapati for 50 shillings, and we tried something new, a mandazi for 50 shillings as well. It was delicious too, so don't worry if you didn't have time to have breakfast in the morning, as you can have it at the first stop. And most importantly, yes, they do have toilets which are situated inside the souvenir shop. After almost 30 minutes break at the Great Rift Valley, we were back on the road for another 2 hours to our lunch destination at restaurant Olare. They have a buffet-style lunch with several local dishes, with chapati of course. There is also a souvenir shop beside the restaurant, and once again you have to go through it to go to the toilet. After a yummy lunch, we were set to go for our last stretch of our journey to Masai Mara for another 2.5 hours. By the way, if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing as we will be giving you a lot more tips from our Kenya safari experience and travel in general. Make sure to click on the bell notification icon so as not to miss any future updates. Now back to our story. You know you've made it to the Masai Mara when you see those toll stations where the Maasai people collect 100 shillings to let you go through. There were a few of them. And also the ride starts to become a bit bumpy. You will be able to spot some Maasai ladies selling artisanal accessories to you from the van. You can also bargain with them. Finally, we reached our accommodation at around 4 p.m. We were briefed about the different timings for electricity and hot showers, as well as our meal time. We would have electricity from 5:30 to 6:45 in the morning and 6:30 to 10:30 at night. Water supply was restricted also. Then we were led to our respective tents, which were pretty decent with proper mosquito nets and an ensuite bathroom. It was literally in the wilderness, which was so cool. You could even see cattle grazing just beside your tent. It was different from what we're used to, and this was so exciting. We were given half an hour to put our bags in our tents and have a cup of hot drink before we leave for our very first game drive. The driver opened the van's rooftop and off we went on the adventure. It was surreal. We saw giraffes gracefully walking around. It was such a beautiful sight. Dazzles of zebras and wildebeest peacefully grazing in the wide plains. We circled around the first lioness that we saw. She was sitting alone quietly with an injured tail. Afterwards, we spotted 2 hyenas feasting on a carcass. Last highlight was the 2 cheetah brothers who were waiting for the right time to attack their prey. It was so beautiful to see both of them walking and moving in synchrony. There was such an understanding between them, and this really amazed us at how nature works. We saw all this just in barely 2 hours into our safari. This is nothing like in a zoo. It's a different thing altogether to see animals in their own natural habitat going around with their daily business. It's a whole new way of appreciating those animals. On top of that, we were very close to the animals, giving us the opportunity to take close photos and videos. Our driver was very experienced too, and he knew just the right spots and brought us up close to the animals. That definitely set the tone for the start of our Kenyan safari experience. We returned back to our camp at around 6:30 p.m., had dinner with our new group of friends before heading back to shower and rest. We were indeed exhausted from the long and bumpy rides, but it was nothing compared to what we just experienced. Stay tuned for part 2, but here's our special gift for you. For safaris, you definitely want to look up for companies and tour packages. There is no way you are going to get the most of it by doing it yourself. You can find a lot of safari tour companies to choose from, but we chose Mara Gates as they had one of the best rates. Their package included pickup from your hotel or Airbnb to the meetup point, transport from meetup point to your accommodation in Masai Mara, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and safari van with the driver, and not to forget, transport back to your accommodation at the end of the trip. The best part is that we have worked an arrangement with the tour company to give our subscribers a special discount on top of their already competitive prices. That applies to Calvin Balu subscribers only. To claim the discount and get a quote, click on the link in the description box and you'll get the necessary instructions. Do subscribe for part 2 of our adventure and watch our other videos for more travel tips and inspiration. Take care and goodbye.